Yo, what's up everyone, and welcome to another video. And I am here to talk about a video game that I've been playing pretty much all day, and that is Sonic Frontiers. Now, I don't normally do a first impressions video for video games, at least, but I want to do more of those, and it's starting to heat up. I mean, we're in the last 2 months, but man, there's like 4 games I'm super excited about well, 3 of them are this month, but 4 altogether for, actually, 5. I'm going to say 5 for the rest of this year, because we got this, of course, when I'm talking about Sonic Frontiers. We have God of War tomorrow, which people are playing that right now, and I'm super jelly, but I'm going to wait until my physical gets here tomorrow. Evil West, which I'm really excited about. And then next month, we got Callisto Protocol. And I'm actually heating up a little bit. I'm heating up on Midnight Suns. I'm actually getting a little more excited about it. So for the next month, exactly, really, because I think Callisto Protocol and Midnight Suns come out early December. We got some games I'm very excited about. So, yeah, it's starting to heat up, and I want to talk about more video games. And what better way to do that than with Sonic Frontiers? I even wrote down notes. Look at that. Again, this is going to be based on my first 5 hours with the game. I didn't say that earlier, but 5 hours. I only played 5 hours, which is, a good chunk of the game. I think you could probably finish the game around 15 to 20 if you're if you're doing side stuff, but you're not going for 100% completion. So this is based on my first 5 hours. Again, this is a straight up first impressions. I might do a full review later, but this is what you're going to get from me right now. I was excited for the game because originally when they showed the game off a few months ago, I was skeptical, but I was like, you know what? It looks like it could be good. It just it had some frame rate issues and a lot of pop-in issues. And for the most part, the frame rate issue is not really there because I'm playing on 60 FPS. And for most part, it stays around at least around the 40 to 50, which is perfectly fine with me. I grew up playing everything 30 frames, so whatever. I can get used to it. But at least it's not terrible. It's not like 10 to 20 like Sonic Forces would dip to sometimes. But yeah, so I'm playing with the 60 frame mode. Yeah, the pop-in was definitely a thing that I was very much worried about. And sadly, that's still in there. But I gotta tell you, this game I'm having a really good time with. What I was hoping for the most with this game is that it is an open world game, and they're trying to go for exploration. And I was hoping they would nail that. And for the most part, I think they nailed it. Like, the game pretty much starts off, you get a small little cutscene with Eggman, and then with Sonic and Tails and Amy. And then it doesn't really waste your time. It really puts you in the world pretty quickly. Like, you're doing a cyberspace level, which is where the normal Sonic gameplay comes from. These little levels that are scattered throughout these open worlds. Yeah, you start off with one of those, and it was really fun, very fast, not confusing, really. There's some camera things here and there, but for the most part, it's typical 3D Sonic stuff, and it's really fun. It was really fun, and then you get thrown into the world, you do a little bit of tutorial where it's kind of linear, but you can still kind of explore it too, and then maybe 20 minutes later, you're in the open world, just do whatever you want. And it was so refreshing for a game to just go like, yeah, here's a little bit of stuff, we're teaching you some stuff, but it's not like really, really in your face. Like, I've been playing Persona 5 Royal, which is an amazing game, I know, but every time I try to start that game, this is my 3rd time trying to start it, the intro is so slow. Don't get me wrong, character stuff is great, but you know where it's going, and it's so slow. I just want to get to the part where Persona really gets to it. I know it's a 100-hour game, so like, first 5 hours being kind of slow is fine, but it always took me a little too long to get into. And I just like a game, just like Breath of the Wild, which is obviously this is very inspired by. Yeah, it's just that game was just like, Link, wake your ass up. All right, get out of there. Like, and you have a little tutorial island, and when you're done with that, open world, baby. But even that tutorial island is very, very open. Same thing with this. Huge inspirations, obviously. You can see the first trailer, and they have like a Breath of the Wild shot with Sonic just looking out in the open world, and it's just like, that's so Breath of the Wild. But I really enjoy it. The open world is actually pretty good. Like, I really like just going around, exploring things, opening up more of the map, looking at the map itself and putting markers on it. I never thought I'd ever do that with Sonic, but you can put markers on things you want to look at and stuff. It's very much like a Ubisoft thing where you unlock more of the map and then more icons pop up on the map. But it's a lot of fun, mainly because it's so much fun controlling Sonic in a giant open world. I don't know why it took them this long to go, oh yeah, we have a guy that goes really fast. Why constrict him to a linear thing? Make him go fast. fast in a big open world, and that was what I was hoping they'd nail, and they nailed it. It's really fun. If you get enough rings, you get into like this like really fast for a boost mode, I think they call it, or something like that, where if you have like enough rings, like if you have the most rings possible that you can hold, you go even faster. There's an upgrade system that is a little convoluted, not convoluted, but it's a little annoying because it's like so many different things you have to collect to boost your defense, attack, your ring capacity, and then your speed. So it's like you have to find these little creatures and stuff, and then you have to find these little power-ups here and there. So there's a lot to it when it comes to like the upgrade system. But yeah, it's really, really, really fun just roaming around this world, finding little things to do. There's little mini games you can play that will unlock more of the map and stuff. So unlike, like with Zelda, you have to climb the towers, and there's differences to the towers, but it's always climb the tower and then get to the thing and then you scan the world. This is like, oh, you have to do this. And then it's just like a little mini game where you have to shoot a ball into a hoop, or you have to run on a little power wheel, or you have to press you have to do this like little puzzle thing where you like match all the cubes or whatever. I really enjoy the variety when it comes to that stuff. And then when it comes to the cyberspace levels, I've done 4 of them and they're all fun. I played a little bit of Sonic Colors when it came out last year, and I never played Sonic Colors before, or at least I didn't play a lot of it. I may have played a little bit of it, I don't remember. But I remember playing that and going, this is fun, but I wasn't really, really into it. And this game, whenever I was doing a cyberspace level, at least the first 4 I played, I really enjoyed them. I wanted to play them over and over again to try to get an S rank, and then get all of the things done, which I never usually want to do in a Sonic game. That's just me. I don't feel very rewarded for doing that stuff. But here, they give you enough of an incentive, like, hey, you can get these keys to unlock the Chaos Emeralds. And of course, everybody wants the Chaos Emeralds. So I really enjoy that stuff. The cyberspace levels are really cool, neat looking, and really fun. The Psy-Loop ability is really cool, which is that thing in the trailers where you're actually making a loop on the ground, and whatever's in the middle of that loop will get destroyed, and that's really fun. The enemy variety is pretty good so far. Not amazing, but some of the Titans are really fun. Not the best boss fights, really. At a certain point, they don't even become boss fights. They're more like mini bosses. But because the camera gets a little weird and some of the controls are a little wonky here and there. But for the most part, they're really cool. Giant enemies, and Sonic's climbing up on them and stuff. It's fun. It's a fun visual, at least. The game is super fast, which I really enjoyed. Controls relatively fine. And graphically, it doesn't look amazing or anything. There are some moments where I'm like, the character models don't look that great. Like Sonic, there's times where the lip syncing is not very good. But when it's going so fast, you can't really tell. It looks like a game that would definitely run perfectly fine, or at least should, on an Xbox One original or a PS4, which I don't know if they run well there. I'm assuming 30 frames. I don't know. But yeah, so that's what I have to say positively. There are issues, of course. Like I said, some of the graphics aren't great. There are a lot of camera issues. There's times where I have no idea what the fuck's going on when I'm doing some of the little side stuff, and I'm zipping around like I have no idea what's happening. There are glitches. I've had plenty of glitches where I go so fast and slam into a wall, and then Sonic's just walking sideways pretty much, not against the wall. He's kind of going against the wall. His feet are this way and the wall's here, so he's kind of it's weird. I've had a couple of glitches like that. Nothing too bad. I've had a couple glitches where I actually fell through things, and then I died. But it's one of those deaths where you just kind of start back where you were. Because open world, if you fall off a map, they're not going to penalize you that much. I think the Psy-Loop itself is also a little... well, here, let me just say this. Say you're out of rings or whatever, and next hit, you're going to die. Just keep doing the Psy-Loop, and then, on the ground, you'll just keep getting rings. If you keep doing that, though, sometimes you also get skill points, because there is an upgrade system, which is cool, but if you pre-order the game, it gives you enough skill points to already upgrade yourself, 4... There's only maybe 10 abilities to unlock, so you immediately get 4 of them, which is a little weird. So it became a little bit at the beginning, there was no need to really get skill points yet, because you as you get further into the skill tree, it gets to the point where like the skill points are like, you need 10 to unlock this, you need 20 to unlock this, you know what I mean? So like in the beginning, you already have like, I think 20 skill points or something like that. So you're already unlocking like a bunch of stuff. So it doesn't feel like there's a great progression. It's like, it slows down immediately in the beginning because you can't unlock anything because you already unlocked everything with the skill points that you got from pre-ordering the game. And then you're waiting until you get enough skill points to get the next thing, which takes a couple hours. So that kind of deadened it a little bit, but the upgrade system's okay. The only thing I find annoying about the upgrade system is that you have to find these little creatures to upgrade your speed. There's a whole skill tree thing. It's weird. It has a lot of different upgrade systems. There's one thing that's a skill tree, which is for abilities. And then they have another thing, which reminded me of like Crackdown, where you get the orbs or whatever, but you're collecting these little creatures. And if you collect the creatures, then you can upgrade either your speed or your coin, I always call them coins, your ring capacity. The only thing I'm knowing about that is that you can upgrade until you're at level 99 for each of those, but you can only upgrade one at a time. So you can't just like pick all the little creatures you find and then say, I want to upgrade like 10 times with coin or ring, you know what I mean? Or 10 times with speed. You have to go one by one. So level up, wait for the thing to load, wait for it to finish. Okay. Level up, you know, it's just really annoying. And at a certain point when I actually unlocked the ability to upgrade, I already had like 20. I had 200 of the creatures, which takes 10 away from the creatures for each upgrade. So I was sitting there for like a solid like 5 minutes upgrading. It's really annoying, especially since you do also have another upgrade system that powers up your attack and defense, and those are just like these little things you find throughout the game. And you can just give all those to whoever, and then they'll just upgrade, and you don't need to go through like the level up one. So it was a really weird oversight. Also, a problem I have, besides the ones I already mentioned, is the combat. The combat itself is not great. I like the side loop ability. That's fun. But it's not great. There's more depth to it than I thought, but it's not great. It's serviceable, and considering the game itself is not a full-on action game, it's more of an exploration, you know, speed runny game whenever you do the cyberspace levels. The combat is not the best. You know, it's pretty not hack and slash, but beat 'em up kind of. You just keep pressing X. You do some combos here and there. There's more to it, obviously. There's some flashy moves. You have that zigzag ability we kept seeing in the trailers, which looked weird. You have the one where you shoot like a bunch of like kind of like waves. You have one where you keep teleporting and stuff. And in the trailers, they looked weird, but in the game, they feel fine. And they fit with the world. But it's just not the best. So camera issues, there's some glitches. The open world itself is really cool, though. I really love exploring it. Again, I'm only 5 hours in, but that's my first impressions. The story itself, if you're a big Sonic fan, you're going to like it because there's plenty of cutscenes. There's plenty of like new characters and stuff and fun moments between some of the characters. You're going to like it. It's fun. But yeah, there you go. That's the first island, at least, is very fun. Still doing the first island and having a really good time with it. So I'm going to play more of it, of course. Tomorrow, of course, God of War comes out, so I don't know how much I'm going to play tomorrow. But 5 hours. I'm really enjoying it. Highly recommend it if you're a big Sonic fan, because this is probably the best Sonic game since Sonic Mania, which isn't saying much because besides Sonic Forces, that was the last one. But unless you count Sonic Colors, I guess you could. And then the Sonic Collection that came out earlier this year. I guess you could count those. But yeah, still fun. I really recommend it if you're a big Sonic guy. So there you go. But if you're a big Sonic guy, you already bought it. So I don't even know why you're watching this. Anyway, there you go. That's it. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks until next time. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.